Good morning, everyone, and welcome. We're trying to talk about Retirement Boss Radio today with Coach Dave Pimper. Looking forward to it as always. For those of you that don't know Dave and his team at Lazarus Coaching, he's been working with us for probably the last 12 or 13 years, and our producers, helping them through everything from practice management to seminars, Social Security claiming seminars, and Retirement Boss Radio. So he's been a great help to our team in general, and certainly helped many of our producers over the years help to increase their marketing and prospecting bandwidth and get their business to a new level. So we've been very happy with that. Today we're going to talk specifically about Retirement Boss Radio and the things that we have learned and the things that we've been able to help some of our producers learn quickly in order to get themselves in a position to be very effective in the radio business at, I think, very, very efficient pricing. So looking forward to a great webinar with Dave. I'm going to zip through some things here. Dave should be joining us here shortly. I'm going to zip through some things that we can do here at IAMS to help grow your business. My name is Steve Murray, president here of IAMS, and our goal here, as always, is to get you good information and to give you the right incentives and the right products, and in this case, the right training to help you grow your business. So let's talk for a couple minutes here just about some of the things that we do incentive-wise and support-wise to grow your business. So you can see before you on the screen a couple programs we have that have been very effective for the past 15 or 20 years. That they've been in place. So this one is to reward you for referring producers. When you refer somebody, and they get appointed with this, we'll send you a $50 check, and then what the real rewards come at, they start doing business, and we send you out a little bonus on all of the business that they do for as long as they're with us. So that's a great way to reward you for your referral, and it does not come out of their pocket. Another thing that we do for all of our producers is we have a marketing reimbursement program. So all the business you do with IAMS, it results in some funding of your marketing reimbursement account as you do business. The account is tapped into on a dollar for dollar basis. Every dollar you spend will match that spend from your marketing reimbursement account. We got some great new producer builder bonus program that we've had in place. Again, it's probably a 15, 20-year-old program now. And the idea is that during your first 180 days, we want to give you an extra boost for the business that you do with us to thank you for joining the team. And you can see the different levels, which you can take advantage of. Some great things that we do to help grow your business. Some are strictly rewards, whether it's $750 or $1,000 or $2,500 of cash, or putting money into your marketing reimbursement account, or maybe a trip to Ritz-Carlton, but a lot of them are built around marketing and sales opportunities to help grow your business, whether it's seminars or even Retirement Boss Radio. So a lot of ways to help you grow your business. Great back office support here at IAMS. If you haven't taken advantage of our back office support, seen how that works, I promise you will be impressed. We've got a great team, everything from getting your quote out to you to making sure that your commission check is delivered to you as quickly and timely and accurately as possible. We do the entire process, and even our competitors would agree better than most, so or maybe better than all. We got a great team here at your disposal. We also have a great advertising team here. The creative team in general works really hard to make sure that they've got everything in place. We've got a number of kind of templated things that we do, but we have some custom things that they're very, very good at. The key is that if you look at them as kind of your own advertising team that knows your business really well, that's all that they do is talk with folks like you all day and assist them in putting together the sales, marketing, advertising pieces, websites, business cards, Facebook posts, email opportunities, everything that you can think of. And they've already done it for people just like you, so they can cut out a lot of the chaff and just get you doing right down to the bone of things that they know work and things that they know are very effective. So hopefully you're taking advantage of our marketing team already to increase the scope and size and quality of your advertising. Got a great website. We've just added Firelight to it, which for some reason we don't have that slide. So if we got a lot of folks right now interested in looking at EAP solutions, and as you know, you can go to carrier websites one by one, and most of them have an EAP, but you can go to our website, log in and register for Firelight, and Firelight is easily the most accepted by all insurance companies EAP solution. So you can get that all on one website. If you go to imsync.com, go to EAP solutions, and you'll find Firelight registration. You just go there, register, and we'll take it from there, show you how to do that business that way. It's a great way to improve the accuracy, quality, and efficiency of doing business, and you can do it with your client at a good social distance, if you will. So take advantage of everything on our website. But right now, I think that e-app solution is one thing that you should pay special care to. If you haven't worked with a retirement analyzer or a product like that, I would recommend that you give Marcus Soller a call and say, Marcus, give me a free trial. Let me look at it, walk me through it, show me how to do it on myself, and let's see if that's not a good fit for you. We have agents that absolutely swear by it. And right now we make that available at no cost to folks that are doing business with IAM. So if you want a free trial, even if you're not doing business with us, Marcus can walk you through that. And then hopefully as you begin to do business with us, we can continue to pay for that for you on an ongoing basis. I think it's about a $60, $70 a month cost that we take on for you and for folks that are doing business with IAM. So tune into that, look at it with Marcus. You can have it probably 30, 60 days to kind of evaluate it, see if it works. Try it on a customer or two, try it on yourself. I think you'll find that everything that you see there before you on the screen that it can do, and you can kind of see the way that it presents itself with great graphics, can help you grow your business and really increase your credibility with your client. And it does, for instance, Social Security is incorporated in it, all of their investments are incorporated, all of their annuities are incorporated in it. So it's really a handy way to increase your footprint with your clients and be a more valued resource for them. Times well, so more important than ever. So I've got a note. Please let me know if you're having trouble hearing us right now. Let me see if I can fix this. Maybe we've got a connection issue. If you would let me know if that is not better, I would appreciate it. Whether David or a couple people that message me real quick, and if it's not improved, I'll see if I can reactuate it. That might take a second, but I can reactuate the headset and see if that improves it. In the meantime, if you are considering at all adding managed assets to your business, I would ask you to look at IAMS Wealth Management. So if you're already a Series 65 and maybe not happy with your RIA, again, I would ask you to maybe give IAMS Wealth a shot. Here's some of the reasons that you want to. If you don't currently have your Series 65, we've got a great staff set up to help you through that process. So we'll get your materials ordered for you and help you through the study process with kind of syllabus and answer any questions that you have and just kind of help you in general. Most of the folks that have joined IAMS Wealth, folks that we brought over from the insurance side, help them through that testing. So they're really very good at that. If you already have your Series 65 and maybe you're not happy with your current RIA, here's some reasons that I've noted that folks have come to IAMS. Number one, I think our fees are probably less than what most people are used to paying. And what they cover for you, I think, is a little bit wider than what most RIAs do. So, for instance, our fees cover your E&O, they will cover your website, they'll cover your database. We use a customer management system that is very good, Redtail, and we take care of the expense of that. And of course, takes care of the normal fees associated with managing your licensing. So they do a great job from a fee standpoint. The payouts, I think, is probably what I hear more about. So we pay out just a little over 1% to our advisors, and that payout does not go through a grid. So you're going to get 100% of that payout. So it's not 60, 70, 80, or 90% of that little over 1% number. It's the full 1% plus number that gets paid out through you. So we're very efficient from that standpoint. And the service has been excellent. Of course, IAMS Wealth is a division of IAMS, and so they come from our same backgrounds. So they're really very good at getting the service level where we need it to be. So if you don't mind, what I'm going to ask you to do, if I've got one, I'm going to look and see if we do have a poll. If you have interest maybe in looking at IAMS Wealth for your wealth management business, if you're already in that business, or if you're thinking about maybe adding that to your business, check yes on that poll. If you're happy where you're at, or this is not something you're considering at all, or not really looking to expand your business, or you're happy with your current RIA, then go ahead and put no on that poll. I appreciate your quick voting on that. That's very helpful. Make sure in the meantime whether we're still have the problem with the voice. Hold on just a second. Sounds like maybe that's improved just a little bit. If that's not the case, everybody that's replied back to me has said that its sound has improved. If that's not the case, please let me know. And I'm going to go ahead and close that poll out. Thank you for quick voting. And let's get moved right along here so we can get to the crux of the matter. If you have been to one of our academies, that's great. If you haven't, give us a call. We'll probably have another 2 or 3 before the year's out. We've had to suspend them. Our first one was due to have taken place already. Of course, we suspended that one. We've got another one that was supposed to be in May. We've suspended that one, but I'm guessing that probably by the time we get to August, we'll be back at that a little bit. So if you have interest in joining us at an academy, call 800-255-5055 and just ask to speak to a sales director, and they can send you out an agenda, and they can also send you out a registration form. If that's, you look at the agenda and you like what you see, then by all means, fill out the registration form, get it back in. And when we have those academies coming up here at probably the latter part of 2020 and certainly in 2021, we will go ahead and get you called and see if it's not a good fit for you. We do take care of your expenses. So we're going to take care of travel, hotel stay, meals, and such while you're joining us. And you're going to last 3 days. So we'll bring you in on a Wednesday, have you back out to your office on Friday afternoon. So great event, sought after really in the industry as a whole. And that can be, if you have interest in joining us, give us a call here at 800-255-5055. That can be arranged so that you can join us as well. We got a couple of convention opportunities yet on the docket. We've got one coming up in late August, 26th through the 29th. We have not made a decision to not do this one quite yet. We're going to wait and see how things play out, but it is down in Cabo, beautiful property down there, the Montage. It's in conjunction with Athene. Athene is co-sponsoring it. So the only way that you can qualify for this particular convention is to do your Athene business through IAMS. It takes $3 million of annuity premium. If, on the other hand, any business that you do, whether it's that $3 million that you did with Athene, will also count towards qualifying you for our IAMS Summit. Any business that you do with IAMS, any of our annuity carriers, life carriers, long-term care carriers, single premium life, BetSop, any of that business counts toward qualifying you and your guest for a beautiful all-inclusive stay at a Secrets property at Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. And we're going to have a tag trip for the larger producers during that period of time. If you do 8.5, you'll join us on that tag trip March 11th through the 14th at the Four Seasons Resort in Punta Mita. Very exclusive and beautiful resort, again, kind of on the coast of Mexico. So love to have you and your guests join us for all 3 trips. And certainly, if there's a way that we can help you along towards that qualification, give your sales director a call and let us know what we can do to help you grow your business. So we're going to talk about Retirement Boss Radio. Dave, are you aboard with us?
I am.
Good.
Yeah,
I hope
I
you
am.
can hear me. Can you hear me all right?
I can. I can hear you fine.
I don't know. Wait, we
Yep.
may have
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you sound good.
Okay.
So I did a quick introduction of you probably before you joined us here this morning, but I wonder if you take a few minutes, give the ladies and gentlemen aboard with us a little bit more background on yourself, and we can talk a little bit about our digital workshops, and then we'll get right into Retirement Boss Radio.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, my name is Dave Pimper, and I have been in the business for a long time, since 1981. My dad had a car dealership in our town. It was a Chrysler dealership, and there's always crisis. Like right now, we're in the virus crisis. Back then, it was the Chrysler crisis, and my dad got caught up in that. We had to sell the dealership, and guy got into financial service, which was probably one of the best things that ever happened to me. And that's how really a tough time turns into really a good thing. So, yeah, it's a case where I've always been a big marketer, and I've always, I say always, from the mid, probably 84, 85 is when I started. I started in 81, but that's when I really started doing workshops. And there's no doubt that has increased my business tremendously. I do a Retirement Boss Radio show that we're going to talk about today, and I've been in radio for over 25 years. I've either had a live radio show or I've had a recorded radio show. Over half of that time was an hour, 45 minutes or an hour show, and then about half that time I had a market ending report for about 13 years also. One of the things that are on the the screen right now is we are doing seminars, and we're still doing seminars. I just got off the line with the fellows doing a seminar here this week. It's a viral seminar. One of our agents, um, um, a virtual seminar online, and actually next week I'm doing a Social Security is our mainstay, but we are testing some things. It's called "Is Your Retirement Plan Locked and Loaded?" I put together a 401k IRA rollover workshop, more of a retirement planning workshop, and we thought that might be timely. Also, those no doubt Social Security is the bread and butter of where we've made our money, and our agents have made our money. $2,500 all in, guaranteed 25 uh, households to be on the online seminar, on the virtual seminar. We market that digitally, and I'll tell you right now, if you're not in front of people, um, you're not you're not making money, and you need to be in front of people. And I'll tell you what, but by the time that we go through the first appointment, the second appointment, I go into closing on the third. I hope that markets are back open again here in the next 4 or 5 weeks. That most markets that we're able to meet face to face. But if you're not seeing people, you're not right in business, and that's all about of what I'm trying to do is get you in front of more people. If you do have any questions for us, just certainly type them on in, and I'll be more than happy to go in and to help you with those. See, I don't know if you're there or not. I'm having trouble getting my slide to go forward. But if not, I will be going in and just uh, talking about uh, talking about the show today. Um, in today's day and time, I will tell you that it's a case where most producers are scared. Most producers, by not having the money to go in and to market because business is down. But I'll tell you what happens is so many people are not contacting their clients. So many people, their clients are wondering why their accounts are down so much. And I'll tell you what happens is that by more people at home. I mean, 9 out of 10 people have some type of shelter in place, and a lot of folks are working from home, but they're listening to radio right now more than they ever had. And that's one of the things about Retirement Boss Radio. It's an hour show. It's an A through Z. It's a turnkey. It is definitely something that uh, the person who wants to get in and be kind of a star, be in front of more people. I mean, just like this last week, I got three appointments. I've already talked to one, and then I got two other set appointments, one today and one on Friday. In Nebraska, we can still see people face to face. If not, I'd be doing them on the phone, or I'd be doing them online through video conferencing. But I'm still seeing people. I'm still in business. I'm still working, and hopefully bringing in production here each and every week. So become a radio show host. I apologize. This actually is on Seminar Marketing, the guarantee for 25 buying units. Um, Steve will be back. I can't forward those slides, so I'm just going to walk through this. So why radio? Why Retirement Boss Radio? Well, I'll tell you right now, you'd be surprised of how many people do listen to radio. Radio reaches more Americans than any other platform. And I'm talking about smartphone, TV, personal computer, connected devices. Yeah, believe it or not, it's true. Radio is a powerful medium. Um, the average age is 61. It reaches a more of an upscale listener. 93% of the adults in the 75,000 plus income household range listen to radio on an average of 12 hours a week. It's a lot. 12 hours a week of radio. The average person, when my radio show goes on, there's over 2,000 people that are listening to myself talking about retirement planning every single, and I have mine on Sunday at 12 o'clock. But news talk radio is hot, 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 hot. The Nielsen report, which bigger stations have, they pay for that, supports that radio reaches more Americans than any other medium. So who's on AM radio? I'll tell you what, some of the most successful people are like Rush Limbaugh, Glenn Beck, Kim Commando, Dave Ramsey. The reason they're on radio, on those syndicated shows, because they make money. People are advertising. They make money. But what radio does, it gives you great exposure, really kind of puts you in that celebrity status. No doubt for us, it's an appointment generator, not just a lead or a prospect generator, but our call center sets up the appointment. And I think that's really important. It's a bottom line profitability. So a Retirement Boss Radio, take charge of your money. It's trademarked. I trademarked before I did my very first show about a year and a half ago. But there are four components to Retirement Boss Radio. What are the four components? And as soon as Steve gets back in, I mean, it will be a case where he'll be able to switch the slides. I apologize for that. I'm locked out for some reason, but I'll just walk you through. Here are the four components of Retirement Boss Radio. First of all, it's a little bit like real estate. You've got to have the right location. Location. And with Retirement Boss Radio, you have to have the right station at the right time at the right price. Right station, right time at right price. We just put on. It's one of the top two major cities population in the U.S. and we just got all in with everything. It's a little over $4,000 a month. So I'll tell you right now, we have, and I just did a quote on one that was $2,700 a month all in. Not it was about a 400,000 person town. So it's really not much more expensive than any expensive than a dinner seminar would be. So you have that radio buyer, the person who buys the radio time. And could there be a better time than to be on radio than now with so many people at home? So many people at home. You can only listen to podcasts, television, or radio, or your spouse, and you can only listen to your spouse for so long. I'm having fun with that. My wife isn't here right now. I can say that. Yeah. So what happens, that radio buyer is extremely important. And if we can't get one of those three things, the right time, the right station, the right price, if one of those things you can't get, then it won't work. It doesn't work right then. We got to wait it out or wait for another, look at another station. The second thing is you have a production company, a professional radio production company. They supply the co-host. They supply all of the commercials. You normally get anywhere from 10 to 15 pre-commercials per week of at least 15 seconds. That alone would be worth hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars on most stations. You get that free to promote your show. Also, they go in and they edit the show, they mix it, they get it all ready for the station, and they get it to the station on time. So that production company does a lot. And then you've got, when people, it's a recorded show, but it sounds live. So when they call in, now you've got a call center, a live call center. This may have been the hardest thing to find. Maybe I was lucky to get the first couple there. But this call center, they're extremely good, and they're asking for the appointment. And right now, we can still get face-to-face appointments, but if you're in a shelter, in place state, you'd say you can either do that by phone or by video conferencing. And we can certainly set you up on that. One of the big questions, and then there's myself with coaching. So I coach people. I give them an idea what works, what doesn't work, about the show notes. The show notes are notes. There's an FMO that you read everything from. They record like 6 of them, and you read them. They redo them over and over and over. We don't do that. We record. You can record from your office, from your home, from a motel room. Heck, you can do it from your car if you got Wi-Fi. But really the only thing that you've got to get is called Studio in a Box. It's a microphone, professional mic, earphones, and maybe a sound box, or it's kind of a windscreen, so you aren't popping your peas. Whole thing costs under $200. That's what you pay to go on. All the softwares on our part. We supply you with everything else. It's basically just like being in the studio. 10, 12, 15 years ago, you couldn't do this. Probably the last 5 or 6 years, now you just plug into your laptop or plug into your computer. So it's I'm telling you what, it's pretty cool, pretty sexy. I just stopped on my street in front of the church, and the person who runs our Paul, who runs our music at our church, said, you know what? He said, I just got done listening to you on radio. Well, yeah, that was that Sunday at 12. He even though our church is closed because of the 10-person rule, he was there working, getting some stuff ready because they do an online service. But I'll tell you what, radio is a great way to go in and to introduce yourself to someone who normally wouldn't be listening to yourself. If you got any questions, type them on in, and hopefully I'll be back on the slides here pretty darn quick. You become really a celebrity. You have that celebrity status right when the person calls in, like those 3 appointments I had this weekend, 1 by phone and 2 in person. What happens is that you can go in, and when they meaning the call center, when they type in all the information and they hit the send, it comes back to you, and it says in there what radio station, the time, the date. Like this one, it said turning 59 soon, hasn't settled on someone yet. He has a 401k that is 7-figured. Also had a question about Social Security. And I will tell you this, Social Security is probably 25% of the lead generation that does come in. And so it's very, very important. It's very, very important that from a lead generation standpoint, um, uh, it's just important the consistency of when you do. That's one thing about radio. You're doing it week after week after week. But getting that lead in, and then we got a follow-up system. But Social Security, probably 25% of the interest comes from Social Security. If you don't know Social Security, like the person in that major metropolitan area, he doesn't know it well, I'm coaching him up on Social Security too. That's all part of the program. We want the people here to be as successful as you possibly can. Um, does it give us celebrity status? It does, whether it's warranted or not. I mean, I've had people come in. I've had this lady. She said, "Oh, Dave, I'm so nervous meeting you because you're a celebrity." And I smile about that. Talk to my kids. You'll find out I'm not any kind of a celebrity at home. But we're on radio or television. There's no doubt that you are a celebrity. If you go to www.retirementbossradio.com, www.retirementbossradio.com, the name of our show, you can kind of see everything about our radio show a little bit. There'll be our podcasts that we do, and it's an hour show. But what we do to save on production time is we go in and we record always for a half an hour every week, and then we repeat a show from 4 weeks before. I mean, I've had it happen a couple times, but not very often does someone listen to the entire show, or they've listened to so many shows that they know what's been covered or not. So I will say this is that for somewhere between $2,500 and $5,000 a month, that's the average cost between $2,500 and $5,000 that you can be your own host on your own show with Retirement Boss Radio, as long as we do not have another show that's going on in that area. Okay? So hold on just for a quick sec, if you can. Bear with me for a quick second. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so what happens here is there's an old saying. It says, procrastination is my sin. It brings me constant sorrow. I really shouldn't practice it. Perhaps I'll stop tomorrow. Well, I'll tell you right now, tomorrow tomorrow never comes. If you saw something today that you thought was important, if you heard something today, you said, maybe I should talk to Dave Pimper about Retirement Boss Radio, then you know what happens is that you need to mark yes for the consultation. And what happens in the consultation is we talk for 15, 20, 25 minutes about what you're doing marketing. And hold on just for a sec. Tell them to get back on the webinar right now. And so what happens is that so many times people don't take action. And when you don't take action, you're not successful. Like people who are taking action now, I mean, I've written business every single week or multiple pieces of business only because I'm still marketing. I'm still doing online seminars. I'm still doing radio. I'm still doing my newsletter. I'm still doing my Monday blast to all my people. So what happens is that there's no doubt that you got to continue your marketing to be successful. It's very, very important. Al Jolson, who was an old time actor, I mean he's been deceased many, many, many years. He was actually in the pre-talkies, and he says I'd like to do radio just like pictures leave the imperfect stuff on the cutting room floor. Well, I'll tell you right now, the imperfect stuff um, you can leave on the cutting room floor, and the reason is because it's radio and it's recorded. It's not live. It's one of the great reasons that you don't have to get nervous going into this, because if you make a mistake, you just say, "Hey, I made a mistake. I'm going to do it over again." That's all you got to say. So so radio is a type of a prospecting medium that hardly, very, very, very few advisors do. And I think the reason is because they think that it is so expensive. It is so expensive to go on radio. But I'll tell you right now, radio doesn't have to be expensive. I mean, it was a town of about 400,000 that we could get in under $3,000. That included the radio time, which is the most expensive, the production time, the call center, my coaching, everything in together in that. And I'm just paid by IAMS, the FMO. I'm paid by IAMS to go in and to help you be successful through this. So Steve Murray will be coming on. Steve, are you on now? He'll be on any time now, and we're going to answer the questions, and I will start answering some of the questions before the poll gets up. I have a question here that I live in a town of 30,000 people. Would the radio show could the radio show be successful here? Pretty small town. I mean, I think you need at least 100,000 people within the listenership of that radio station to be successful. Now, your pricing might be much less, but the production costs are the same. So I would say that that's going to be a pretty tough road to hoe. But if you have 75 to 100,000 people, then it's a different matter. And if you go on the weekend to your AM station, I call it if it's your big station, like I'm on the Rush Limbaugh station, KFAB in Omaha. But if you go on that and you look at Saturday and you look at Sunday, what happens is that really the half of the people there probably will be financial folks, and the reason they're there, I had someone who didn't do it because they said, "Well, I'm not going to do it when all those other financial people there." They're there because they're making money. They wouldn't be on that. They wouldn't be on that station if they were not making money right now. So yeah, that's a good question. Here, I'll take another station. Another question. When they just talking about when I said studio in a box. Yeah. So that there's it's a Yeti microphone or a Blue microphone, one of the two that we advise, and then with that come the headphones, and then with that also is a screen, a filter to take out your P's or your popping noises. And then if you want to, if your room's not very insulated, like my room's pretty insulated. I got grass cloth, I got carpeting, and I've got a Persian rug, and so it takes sound pretty well. But ones that don't, then there's a sound box for about $35. That's all cushioned, and it really dampens your voice. It makes it just like a professional studio, and that's on you to buy. It's anywhere from $150 to $200, all in on that. So we've got there is lots of things that we help you with. Here's another question. God, I got a lot of questions today. Questions about coaching. About coaching. Yeah, so the coaching, there is no extra charge for the coaching. I coach you through going in and working, with the actual with our co-host. and we think that that's so important. The co-host, because of going back and forth and bantering. You're the you're the play-by-play guy, and all he is the color guy. He makes you look good. He keeps it going. And Steve, I hear that you're back on now. I take it. I think that he is because our
I
slides
am.
just went forward. Yeah, good. Well, I am all done.
You went through it
I
all
went
with
because
that
yeah
one slide.
I couldn't go through the slides for some reason. So
Yep.
I can see it up on my screen now. But yeah, and I taken about 3 or 4 questions that were up, a little bit about the size of the town, cost, and so forth. So I'll just kind of turn it over to you, and we need to get that poll up. Good. Yeah, here's the poll. If you'd like to get more information, on Retirement Boss Radio, just mark yes, because then Lisa or Nicole, they're going to go in and they're going to give you a call. We'll find a good time that works for me and works for you guys. And normally my schedule is just absolutely packed. Well, now it's just busy. I've slowed down a little bit because of the whole virus, but you know what? I wrote a nice fixed index yesterday or last week. I got actually an investment and a fixed index that I'm writing tomorrow, and so we're still doing business. I mean, is it business as usual, normal? No, things have changed some, but you can't stop your marketing. I cannot emphasize that through the almost 40 years of working. The reason I've had success through tough times is I've continued to market, continue to get in front of people, talk with people, uncovering, and in radio can be a great way in today's day and time with more people being enclosed in their homes and in their garages, in their dens, outside in their work area. No doubt it's a great time to be marketing by radio. And that's why Retirement Boss Radio, we've seen an uptick, which is really, really cool. So Steve, I'll hand it over to you and see if there's any last kind of comments to make here before we sign off today.
Dave, looking at the questions that have come in, and it looks like you've got them all answered, so that's pretty good stuff. We've got that poll still in progress. I would say this, and if you have considered ever looking at radio as a way to grow your business, now is a great time to do it, maybe the best time ever, not just based on the efficiency of the system, although there is a lot of efficiencies in there. Dave has probably mentioned to you that maybe there's better opportunity with some of the radio costs right now. And so that's a great opportunity for you as well. And plus, this is a nice turnkey system that, you can make it really very easy to do so. And we've got a great guy on the media buy side that can make sure you're getting the best deal. So if you haven't considered radio, you should. If you have considered it, you absolutely now is going to be one of the better times ever to kind of to break the ice and get into radio. And I see you all agree because we got a lot of positive response. You must have done a great job without the slides, Dave.
Well, I won't say a great job, but you know what? I went through and got all the information out. We've got a lot of folks on today, which is great. And I tell you what, I hope a lot of them mark yes, because it's an opportunity for everybody. No, not for everybody, but for the right person who really wants to up their game. Yeah, I would say that it very well. We'll take a look at your area and we'll do everything we can to find the right station, the right time, and the most effective cost that we can also.
So there was one question that popped up. Lauren is doing seminars, and he's wondering what's the cost comparison from seminars to radio, and then you do both currently, Dave. I don't know that a lot of guys do both, but I think there's a lot of good things about doing seminars at the same time as doing radio. What can you give the folks a little idea from a pricing perspective? And I know it varies a little bit by area, but from a pricing perspective, what they can expect.
If you're doing seminars, if you're doing dinner seminars, I would say this is right in line. If you're doing seminars that are 3,500, yeah, maybe 35% of them are at that cost. But 2,500 to 5,000, that's where virtually all of our costs are. And I was just telling him, Steve, about one of the top 2 major metropolitan areas in all of the U.S. He just came on board for about it was $4,210 all in. And it covered over 1 million people. His station did.
That's
It's
amazing.
really, really, it's amazing. Yeah. So, and Steve is right. Even though I think it's a great time, there's a lot of businesses that are advertising on the radio that are really hurting badly, worse than the financial arena. And you know what? And they're letting some station time go. So it's a great. I'm telling you, it just cannot be a better time to pick up. As Steve said maybe 5 minutes ago when he came on. the show that it can be a great time to get a real competitive rate, at your local radio station. So, sometimes timing is everything, and it could be this way with radio airtime right now.
You bet. Looks like we've still got one or two folks that haven't voted, which is okay. If you don't want to vote, that's fine, but don't be worried about voting no. By all means, if
Yeah,
or if there's a question that you have that maybe's not gotten answered, type it in and we'll get it answered for you real quick, or simply just give us a call here at the office, 800-255-5055. Ask for me. I'll put you in touch with Dave if need be. If there's a question I can answer, I'll be glad to do that. What I will say is it really is a great team. Dave has got a great group of folks at Lazarus Coaching. We've got a great media buyer. And of course, here at IAMS, we're just very, very interested in your success. So we're going to find ways to make it work that are very feasible for you. So if that's something that is of interest, as Dave has mentioned, I've mentioned, now is a great time to kind of get yourself in front of the mic, get yourself on the airwaves. People aren't doing some of the things that they normally do, and radio is, even though it's always the most listened to, it's being even more listened to right now. So you can get your name out there and become the celebrity in your area for a relatively low cost through a great with a lot of great assistance through the team at Lazarus Coaching. So oh, look at that, they voted. Perfect. Thank you everyone for voting. That's 100% voting. I appreciate that very much. Dave, is there anything that you want to add as we close up this morning?
No, sorry about that. I couldn't click through the ads. Hopefully, I could build the picture though. But I'm looking forward. I see quite a few people have said yes, that they want more information. So let's talk, and we'll just see if it happens to be a fit for you. But I'm looking forward to that conversation.
Great, everybody. Great finish to your day. Stay safe. We just got word from one of our agents that someone in her family had tested positive for the virus. So please stay safe. Wash your hands regularly. Stay in when you can. And get in front of clients in other ways, and that can be done right now. So we're glad to help you here at IAMS. Everybody take care of each other, and we'll see you next Tuesday and hopefully talk to you before. Have a great finish to your sales week.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.